Hello, Unbreakable Souls. It is Tuesday, December 7th. January 7th, 2025. Um, that may be a interesting date that, I don't know. Somebody might have just even, it's starting off already. Somebody might have a birthday December 7th. Something may have happened to someone on December 7th. So, um, before I get started, before I channel this reading, I will be doing a reading. I'm not sure when you'll see this video, but my previous video to this one, we talked about spiritual attacks, remaining strong, remaining unbreakable, because this is a time of the bigger the transformation, the more uncomfortable you will feel, was the message from my last reading, y'all. So last night, it's pretty cold where I am, so we put the heat on, and there was just a strong scent of skunk. It really felt like there was like a skunk in the attic, or maybe up under the house, somewhere to where it got into our ventilation system. So as we had the heater on, which we could not turn off because it's freezing where we are, below freezing to be exact. So all night it was just like the heat was blowing, but it was a huge, it just smelled like, if y'all ever smelled a skunk, y'all know what I mean. And it's not just like a skunk smell. It was real, like, it smelled like that skunk was spraying its gas through the vents. And it was just all night. And I even opened the windows. I opened up the windows upstairs, and I didn't downstairs because we all sleep upstairs in safety, right? So I did open the windows upstairs, and that kind of relieved some of the smell, and I was able to go to sleep. But even now, I can still smell it. So something told me, I was guided and instructed to look up the spiritual meaning of a skunk, especially a spiritual meaning of the smell through your vents, of a skunk through your vents in your home. And the spiritual meaning of a skunk is, the symbolism of that is it has to do with boundaries and protection. So someone needs to be establishing clear boundaries in their life, whether it be personal, emotional, or physical. We talked about this in the last video. It also represents and symbolizes fearlessness and confidence. So I mentioned that there's people that are trying to, or entities, whatever, something trying to prevent you from moving forward, trying to get you to backpedal, trying to scare you into not moving in the direction that you're being guided to move spiritually, divinely. Stand your ground. Spirit is saying stand your ground. Face challenges with courage and self-assurance. So you need to be sure that there should be no doubt. I think also in my video, the last video, I mentioned not to fall into doubt. Stand your ground. Be fearless. It also symbolizes inner strength, which I mentioned that you have to remain strong. You have to be going steadfast. Be unbreakable. It also symbolizes unwanted intrusions, right? Which meaning, like I said, a lot of us are being attacked in whatever way, physically, emotionally, spiritually, but there's attack on our souls. So that's a sign also that's definitely a confirmation that there is some invasion of negative energy. So some people might be, or something might be sending negative energy your way. Make sure you clear your space. Make sure you bring your sage, bring your Palo Santo for protection. Your spirit guides, your ancestors, they are protecting you. But you got to do your part, do a little extra as well. it also has to do with like sensuality and sexuality as well. I've been getting like a somebody needs to know that right now is not the time just to like your sexual energy is also very powerful. So going through this, if you're involved with someone and you're still kind of sharing that energy as well, you want to use that power to attract like-minded people, and you don't want to give that up to those who are trying to siphon your energy, those energy vampires, those ones that are trying to keep you stagnant, trying to keep you from growing and moving forward. So that is what I got, and it came like so much so it's so early, the sun's not even up right now. I had to get up, get myself together, and then get myself together and then come down here and do this reading is what I was instructed to do. Even now I can still smell the skunk, and you know, people in the house are like, they don't smell it anymore, and I'm just like, I still smell it. I still smell it. And I mentioned also in my last video that I was being attacked. So this message is also for me too. That download was also for me too. Me as well. We're just, I mean, it's definitely the honor your boundaries card just popped out. But before I start this, sorry, I was about to start and not even, I already cleared the space. I already saged, because again, that message was for me, clearing my energy, clearing my space from any negative energy. So I will go ahead and do this here. Holy Spirit, ancestors, ascended masters, God, spiritual guides, please protect me while I channel this message for the collective. Any negative energy, just any type of evil spell work, any type of attack, spiritually and mentally, physically, emotionally, that are being sent upon myself and the collective, I return that to sender so strong that they don't even think about testing us again, okay? I only accept love, light, wisdom, peace, guidance in this reading. Love, light, wisdom, peace, guidance. Ancestors closest to the sun, you are allowed. Anything else, you are not permitted. I only accept love, light, wisdom, peace, guidance. Love, light, wisdom, peace, guidance. I know, I speak, I feel, I am love. I know, I speak, I feel, I am peace. I know, I speak, I feel, I am protected. I know, I speak, I feel, I'm connected. All right, so let's get going. There's already a couple of cards that popped out. But let's pull out some more. Pull a couple of more. And I just got right into. If you are new here, welcome. Sorry, I'm being drawn to get right into the reading, but I will do my normal intro. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the channel. If you're unaware of what this channel is about, it is regarding warnings, knowledge, guidance that's needed for the collective. And my collective, or not my collective, but this collective is the Unbreakable Souls Collective. Anyone that is going through hardships in life, anyone that is not allowing life to break them. They're making ways to build strength through hardships, to build character, to build a stronger spiritual connection through everything that's going on. The outlook of whatever life brings to us is always, there's always a purpose, there's always a reason. If you're returning, welcome back. Definitely appreciate the support. Very grateful for the subscribers and all the new subscribers, day ones, just very, very, very appreciative and grateful for the support and the communication and the interaction. And I'm so glad that these readings are resonating with you collective. You guys have made it clear and definitely have gone out of your way to let me know whether it resonates or whether it doesn't. And I am appreciative of that. So if the readings do resonate with you, great, throat chakra. Perfect. I'm glad for that. If they do not, that's fine. It's not every reading's going to be for you. But there is a collective of people that are going through things right now, specifically during this time. It would have been the last couple of months into now. There's a message, the same message that has been coming out regarding relationships, regarding boundaries, regarding ascension, regarding growth, regarding transformation. So there's a group of individuals, a collective of individuals that need to hear these messages. And that's what I'm being drawn to do. Obviously, as the tides change, the messages will change. So some of y'all may feel like it's the same message coming through, and that is because it kind of is. It's kind of like it's kind of like me having a conversation every time I hop on this video with the same collective for the most part. It's the same situation, and we're kind of navigating through this situation, this transformative situation. So again, if you feel like it's the same stuff right now, that's because that's the energy right now. And energy does shift eventually. But right now, we've got to help this collective, help this group of people get through their issues, get through what they're going through. I won't say issues, just get through this part of their life. And this is, I feel like God, I'm not here to try to tackle, so far, I haven't been here to tackle every little thing, which is why I don't do zodiacs, which is why I don't do specifically divine femme. If it comes through that way, or divine masculine, if it comes through that way, I'm gonna be obedient and read it. But if it doesn't, I never know what this reading is gonna be about. I take my downloads and I go from there. And so far, I feel like I'm having a conversation with the collective, a specific conversation. This is a specific, I'm hearing class of people that need this particular guidance, that need these particular warnings, that need this particular knowledge. So again, I'm sure it'll shift, but right now this is the energy. So if it does not resonate with you right now, that's fine. There is a collective though that needs to hear this. So that's my little spiel. Just for confirmation, take a look at the description under the video. I usually go back through. I don't generally call out confirmations throughout the readings, just because sometimes I don't even realize that there's a confirmation until after I do the playback. I jot it down, I notate it, and then I put it under the video. Sometimes it's like an obvious thing. Sometimes you might see things come across the screen. Sometimes there might be different things that happen. I have a dog in the back, if y'all can see. She's definitely an energy channeler. She lets me know also what the energy is in the room. Even when she's in the next room over there, if something starts to pick up, she'll come and let me know in her own way. So those are the things I start to point out in the description. Also, it may not be that obvious. It may be something just kind of subtle numbers that stand out to me in the readings, angel numbers and things like that. It usually correlates and aligns with the message that is being done. Also, the initial downloads that I get before I even start the reading, it's most of the time the reading has to do with whatever I was being like, for instance, a skunk. I'm having, and I see honor your boundaries out here in the 8 cards that I dealt. 8 cards, 8 is transformation. So we're already kind of in that same conversation. I've got 5 here. I've got 4. I've got 3. I've got 9. I've got 6. I've got 10, and I've got 7. I'll probably put those numbers down in the description. Those probably are specific numbers that are gonna play a part in this reading. But anyways, I'm getting off track. I'm already 17 minutes in. So again, if you're new, just to kind of let you know, my readings are a little thorough. It's kind of like starting, and some of y'all are probably tired of me saying this, but I'm gonna continue to say it because I don't know what anyone else has seen. But for me, just to explain my process of the reading, it's like starting with the puzzle, one piece. The very first, I just throw out a piece out here, and then I build around it, and eventually it does come together. I've yet to get to a point to where my readings are only 20, 30, 40 minutes. I'm working on getting a little quicker with it, but again, I just go as it channels me. I just go as I'm being directed. But anyways, okay, let's go ahead and start. Wanted to get that off the just basically get that out there. So we've got 5. That's change. That's definitely a change. For some, it could mean conflict, struggles. Hold on, y'all. So, we've got someone that's going through, again, a major change, but it has to do with something is about to be, this change is about to reveal, there's a change happening that's about to reveal quite a few people. When I say reveal, like masks are going to start coming off. And I think I mentioned that in my last reading. This change, this transformation, the more difficult it is, the more uncomfortable it is. During that, you're going to be seeing people for who they really are. Their true colors are going to come out, because some people, this change for some people, this is a conflict. This change is a conflict and a struggle for some people. And in that conflict and struggle, you're going to see their true colors. You're going to see who they really are, who they've been trying to mask. And then for the person who is going through more of a positive change, more of a transformation, more of a, like this change is more so going in a, for them, they feel a positive direction. That's also going to show a lot of people who they are. They're, for that person, it's gonna let people know that they're not the ones to be messed with, basically. And then we've got with that change for that person who is just kind of letting people know who they are and what they're not about to deal with and what they're not about to like put up with anymore. They are setting their boundaries. And this change, definitely, that was a part of the growth. They're putting up boundaries, and in that they're able to basically, there's some decisions that just the ability to have the strength to be able to put up boundaries and kind of let people know who they are. That's a result of their inner work. They went through a dark night of the soul, and like I said, it's been pretty turbulent, is what I'm hearing over these last few months. Maybe for some over the last few years, but again, collective. Collective. I feel like this change for you is not. This isn't a conflict for you. This is growth for you. For some, it's a conflict for others. But let's start with you, collective. You did go through a dark night of the soul, and that helped balance out your life. And then with that, stability came. You ended self-sacrifice, right? You ended when you put up these boundaries. There was a lot of endings to certain things, and a part of that was, again, sacrificing yourself for others. This is like the same. Literally, I'm not kidding you guys. This is the same reading coming through. So again, this is the same conversation. This is the same collective that needs to hear this. So I'm guessing that there's more. There's more guidance. There's more knowledge that needs to be had regarding this. So we'll get into it. But yeah, you stop sacrificing yourself, and you're building a life. You're creating a life. You're kind of weaving a life of joy. You're manifesting a life of joy. And ultimately, that's the ultimate success. So your ultimate goal was to, whether you knew this or not, maybe God's goal for you was for you to align spiritually, see people for who they are, and also show people who you are and who you are not. Set up your boundaries, do some inner work, end certain relationships that were unnecessary and that did not necessarily align with where you were going. And that allowed your manifest those endings that you created, or that God, everything is through God. You may think that you're Okay, I know people say that you're like the creator. You can create your own life and control your own destiny and everything. It just really depends on what you believe. But I truly believe that at the end of it, at the base of it, at the root of everything is God. He gives you the ability and the knowledge and the capabilities um, to do the things to get you to where you need to be. But that's God. That's deeper. So if you think that um, you are the ultimate thing that makes your life move, and this ain't the channel for you, because that's not my collective. That's not what I am a believer in. That's not what I believe the messages present. If you notice, it's a lot of God talk in my message. A lot of, not necessarily specific religions, but definitely a believer of God, which is a misconception for this type of work, this type of stuff. But so again, God gave you the ability, the knowledge, the capability to get yourself from aligning. He showed you people in your life. He also showed you who you were by doing the inner work. You ended some things which caused balance and stability in your life, and now you are manifesting a life of joy, manifesting a life of stability, a life of success, a life of victory is what I'm getting. All right. What else? Thank you. Four out here again, stability. We've got 11. But there's an emperor that came out here in reverse. So that emperor is unstable. Unbalanced. So to me, there could be somebody in their masculine energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be a male. My last few readings have been maybe this collective that's going through this. This is what I'm getting, because I'm not gonna act like I don't see what's going on in these last few readings. I believe the collective that is going through this transformation, like I said, the group of people that need to hear this, a continuing conversation that God is having me have with you all. This is for the divine feminine. The divine feminine right now is going through a positive transformation, and the divine masculine, unfortunately, they're learning their lessons a different way. But divine femme, you are definitely a little ahead of the game in the growth and the ascension part of it, which is why a lot of this is going towards y'all as far as the positivity. I swear I'm not being biased. But it just keeps coming out, and I'm tired of just trying to act like it's not what it is. It is what it is. There's a male that is unstable and unaligned. There's a female energy that is aligned, that has done growth, that is manifesting a life of joy, that is putting up boundaries, that is no longer sacrificing themselves, that is showing people who she is, and being shown other people, and people's masks are falling off. She did the work. Divine femme, you did the work. Divine masculine is struggling a little bit. struggling through this change because the wheel has turned for a long time, I guess. And I'm gonna say, yeah, for a long time, the divine masculine. This is more. I won't say all divine masculines. I'll just say like the unawakened ones have been cruising through life quite easily. Now the unawakened ones are God's like, shoot, it's time for you to wake up too. He wants all of his divine people to be awakened, to be awoke, to wake up. And the unawakened divine masculines have been just cruising along, doing their thing, not necessarily taking the time to work on themselves, just kind of, I'm hearing taking advantage of the divine femme. So I think God felt like the divine femme was the one that needed to go through this transformation, needed to be the one to be led to work on themselves, to build strength, to strengthen themselves. And now it's somewhat of a tower for the unawakened divine masculines. They are going through it, y'all. They are going through it. And most of these people, divine femmes, these are your twin flames. So this was a divine connection that God put you in. But unfortunately for some, some refuse to wake up. So now God is taking you from them and teaching them a lesson, and allowing you to move on because you were obedient and you did what it was that he was guiding you to do. Yo, I said divine feminine. Look what came out. Divine feminine awakening. I can't make it up. Like I said, I can't act like I don't see what's going on. And divine masculines, if y'all are here, hey, I'm not getting on y'all. I'm just saying this. Some of y'all are unawakened. Y'all are asleep right now. And if you're going through a tower, again, some of my messages are going to be hard to hear, meaning you're not always going to want to hear what I have to say. And it won't always, I don't believe the scale will always be in this form. Everything always balances out. Everything always kind of flips. But right now, yeah, y'all divine masculine, the unawakened ones are, which if you're unawakened, you're not even watching this video. But anyways, these people are unawakened divine masculines, and they're unbalanced. They're unstable mentally, some physically, some emotionally. That's something also that I mentioned in my last reading. These people are, you'll see how they act in times of depression, in times of anxiety, in times of survival. But anyways, yeah, so we've got a divine feminine awakening here, which is what I assumed, which was what I was getting. That is the change. The change is for the divine feminine. The awakening, the positive movement, which is what I mentioned a little bit earlier here in the reading, is for the divine feminine. The conflict, the struggle of this change is for the unawakening divine masculine. Yeah, I mean, right now the unawakened divine masculine is not growing. There's no growth there. Their manifestations, there's no growth there. There's no positivity there. And the endings that they're, so everything, again, this is your twin, so everything is happening mirrored, which is something I went over in a couple of readings ago as well. So while you're aligned, they're while you're walking towards your soul's purpose, while you're aligning with your soul's purpose, they're going through the opposite. They're not aligned, right? They're not aligned with their soul purpose. While you were doing the work to set boundaries and do the inner work, that's opposite. That's not happening for them. Their endings right now, the endings that are happening for them, the ending is with you, divine femme, which we've been talking about. We've been talking about a relationship ending. That's ending with you. You did a lot of self-sacrificing for them. That's ending for them. Now they are going to they're being forced to sacrifice themselves. They're being forced to come up out of their selfish behavior, their selfish ways. It's like you don't have an option no more. It's like, it is what it is, because divine femme is moving forward. She's already manifested her life of joy. It's kind of like the cord. Wow, the cord has been cut between these two energies. Yeah. Just, there's no growth here for this unawakened divine masculine. So he's coming in strong. I had you first here, collective. So maybe this reading is for the unawakened divine masculine, which if they're unawakened, they're not watching this. So this divine femme, collective, unbreakable souls, you're dealing with someone like this. So this is going to be more of a reading of just confirmation and warning signs of, or just kind of clarity on why this person or this energy in your life is acting this way. So you're not cross-watching in any way, because you are the awakened one. Let's be clear. So you're not cross-watching. This is for you. This message is for you, collective. But it looks like God feels the need, Holy Spirit feels the need to explain to you why these people are doing what they're doing, is what I'm getting. They're not aligned. They're not aligned with their higher selves. And that's ultimately the reason. They don't know who they are, which is why they're acting this way. They don't know who they are. They don't know who they are. There's no knowledge of their higher self here. And they also don't know that some of them might not even know that they really are being led to this change. Some of them feel like some people feel, some of these unawakened masculines feel like this is a punishment for them. But if you know anything about how God works, nothing is ever really truly a punishment. There's lessons, and there's seasons, and there's lessons. There's lessons in everything, and every lesson, everything that happens to you, there's a reason for it, and there's value to it. So unfortunately, they don't see it that way, so they're struggling with this change. They're kind of fighting it. But if they were awakened, they would know that this is for a reason, and this is for their better good. This is for their own good. They definitely are. They're not really. Some of them might be hiding their emotions at this time, or masking them, or really not really accepting how they feel right now. Or some of them might not even know how they feel. They're confused at what's happening, at the emotion that is happening. They're confused. They're confused right now with everything. They're confused with your boundaries. They're confused with They're just confused with everything that's going on in their life right now. In Divine Femme, you kind of are just like, hey, it is what it is. This is what it is. You've got to accept this transformation that's happening. You've got to accept this transfer. You've got to accept this ending. You're just like, listen. They don't want you to be free of this situation. I'm just hearing they don't want you to be free. Divine Femme, you definitely have love and abundance coming your way. Love and abundance. Take it how it resonates. Abundance can mean different things. It can mean different things, but you've got that coming your way as a result of this transformation. You're a master manifester. 6. You manifested this love and abundance in all forms. The love is going to be in all forms. Family, friends, lovers. But you definitely manifested this. And I mean, it's all a result of your transformation. So it's like you manifested. I'm getting like, I've got 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. You manifested this, which allowed some emotional clearing, allowed you to become stronger, which is also a result. As a result, you received a huge transformation. Yeah. It's an ending to a cycle. You're getting a new beginning for you. Magician. One. Major arcana for one is magician. Minor is manifestation. It's new beginning. Magician is a manifester. Eight came out again. It's heavy on the transformation, which we've been talking about. The reason why this person didn't want you to be free is because they were projecting their fear of growth, their fear of honoring their emotions. They were just it was all a projection of themselves. It had nothing to do with you. So if they were trying to control your life or trying to make you feel like, you were trying to be too free, you were trying to be too out there, you were trying to just be, that was a projection of themselves. It had nothing to do with you. And now, not only do you see that, not only are you aware of that, they also see that about you. Like, they see that about themselves. Yeah, they didn't want you to be yourself. They didn't want you to be yourself. They refuse to change. Straight like that. They didn't want you to be yourself because they knew who you really were was going to require them to change. They didn't want you to be strong. They didn't want you to find inner strength, inner healing. They didn't want you to find balance because they knew if you did that, they were going to have to change who they were. They were going to have to transform. They were going to have to honor your boundaries. They were going to have to respect you. Wow. Wow. They didn't want you to change because they didn't want to have to respect you. Take it how it resonates. They didn't want you to have these boundaries that required respect. Wow. Unawakened, divine masculines. Well, I tell you. It makes me wonder what the readings were about when Divine Femme, when we weren't quite awakened, right? Before we did this transformation. Like, I wonder what those readings were about. I guess it don't matter. They wanted you to be unbalanced. They wanted you to be, they didn't want you to have support. They didn't want you to have hope. They literally didn't want you to be, they didn't want this transformation to happen because they did not want to have to respect you. And they wanted you to be in this hopeless, unsupportive, unbalanced energy. But girl, you aligned. Or Divine Femme, you could, this is energy, so you could just be in your, you could be a male in your feminine energy. But Divine Femme, whoever this is, did not want you to be who you are right now. You freed yourself. You freed yourself. That's for darn sure. You freed yourself, and for you, it's the best thing that has ever happened to you. For them, it's the worst. Because of the reason I just told you. They didn't want to have to transform. They didn't have to make this change. So it's the best thing that ever happened to you. The worst thing that's ever happened to them in this regard. When you freed yourself and you looked within and you did the work, collective, you found this out. You found out what this person what this person was really trying to do. That secret was revealed. And again, when that secret was revealed, it was the best thing that happened to you, the worst thing that could have happened to them. And that's what's causing the separation. You see it? That's what's causing the separation. That's this transformation. The best thing that's happened to you, the worst thing that's happened to them is causing this separation. What else? They're sad about it. They are sad about it. Or collective, you may be sad about it, but Holy Spirit, God is saying to keep going. No matter the grief in this, because this was a life that you had, that you have currently, that that is currently dissolving. Currently, you're currently going through a separation, is what I'm getting. This is for some of y'all. And you may be sad. You may be grieving the loss of a life that you once had. But God is saying to continue to move forward. See, in life, there's many losses and there's many endings and there's many beginnings that you're supposed to have. Different cycles end, new cycles begin. And I think when people realize that, when people understand that, it does get easier to move through and navigate through life and its challenges and its different things that happen, the different lessons to be learned. So you may be grieving, but God says to keep going. Anything else from this one? Yeah, he's clearing your path. Keep going. Keep going. It's clearing your path. Wow, clearing your past and clearing your path. He's clearing your past. That's what was channeled. That's what was said automatically. You've got support. You've got support from God. He's clearing your past. He's clearing your path. Keep going. Thank you. And again, this unawakened divine masculine didn't want your light to shine. For obvious reasons. You stopped all of this. That's the ending. That's an ending. You forgave yourself for whatever the things that however you were before in your past. Like I said, what came out was God is clearing your past. Then soul forgiveness came out. God is clearing your past. Soul forgiveness. You've forgiven yourself, or you need to forgive yourself for the things that you've done, for who you were before, because God is giving you a fresh start. He's clearing your past. Whatever you did, whoever you were, you went through this transformation. So don't hold on to, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad about this like the grief card came out. God said to keep going. 11 at the top. 9 and 2 is 11. You're grieving something. You're sad about something. And maybe it's because, yeah, you made this transformation, but God is clearing your past. So there's no need to dwell on the past. There's no need to dwell on who you were. You're who you are now. Going forward. The trajectory is forward. There's no need to soul forgiveness is deep, y'all. God is clearing your past. He's forgiven you. This new awakening, this new alignment, whatever mistakes you made in the past, whatever. He's cleared it. He's clearing your path, and he's clearing your past, and he's clearing your path. Take it how it resonates. Take it how it resonates. Maybe this person here that didn't want your light to shine, maybe they try to make you feel bad about who you were in your past. Like, what are you ain't this person? You've been this person, you know, you can't switch it up, basically. But yeah, they like you can't, people don't change. You are who you are. You've been who you are. What you did in your past is who you'll always be. There's no change in that. And God is saying, shoot, God has cleared your past. He has forgiven you. You have been forgiven for whatever. Soul forgiveness came out. This is getting deep, y'all. I did not expect this reading to go this way. I didn't. And like I said, this person knew that once you did your alignment and once you did your work, there's no surprise here at how this is going. There's no surprise that, it's like, there's no surprise about this change. There's no surprise about this ending. It's like I said, I think they knew this was going to happen. I said that in one of my other readings as well. That's just another reason why they didn't want you to shine your light. Why they didn't want your light to shine is because they knew that this ending was coming. Give me more on this. I'm getting that God is clearing your path, so that you could fulfill your soul's mission. Divine guidance came out. He's clearing your path so that you can complete your soul's mission. Then divine guidance came out. You're being divinely guided to this transformation, to this ending, to this separation. The separation is divinely guided. It's time for this unawakened divine masculine to wake up. This is a lesson. This is a lesson that they have to learn. Give me more on that. I'm getting a feeling of like obsession as well from this divine, unawakened, divine masculine. They're wanting to tell you something, but they're finding it hard to put into words. What are they wanting to tell? God said it don't matter what they want to tell you because this card came out. Release old doubts and fears. You are currently undergoing changes that are necessary for your highest good. They are changes that have been long awaited. Leave the past where it belongs, in the past. Trust that everything will fall into place for you in divine timing. They do want to tell you something, but God said, so what? Leave the past in the past. Leave the past in the past. I asked, what do they want to tell? What do they want to tell? This came out. Release old doubts and fears. You are currently undergoing changes that are necessary for your highest good. God is clearing your past and your path to complete your soul's mission. You are currently undergoing changes that are necessary for your highest good. You are aligned. They are changes that have been long awaited. Leave the past where it belongs, in the past. Trust that everything will fall into place for you in divine timing. So it's kind of like you may feel like this person has more to say, but God's saying it don't matter. Leave it in the past. Leave it in the past. Leave it in the past. He gave it to us anyways. Basically, this person is just wanting to tell you that they're finding it hard to put into words, but basically that they feel like you are God sent to them. You're a miracle that dropped into their life. They don't want you to go, but there's more reasons to that. There's more reasons to why they don't want you to go. This is one of the reasons. Then there's also them not wanting you to change because they don't want to change. There's just different. It's deeper. I think I mentioned that. I said that this reading is getting a little deep. It's deeper than what you can see with the naked eye, right? It's deeper than this is a part of it, but it's not all of why they don't want you to go. They do love you. They want to tell you how much they love you, but they're really not. They haven't done the work internally to really be honest with themselves and you to really tell you why it is they really don't want you to be free. Why they really are feeling like this change is conflicting and a challenge for them. There's things that they're going through, things that they're unwilling to do, changes that they're unwilling to make. It's all selfishness. But they do love you. That's a part, that's like surface, right? And it's kind of funny how these cards fell out. The way that the Holy Spirit had these cards fall out, she gave me, I don't know why he said he, right? Things are just kind of flowing, coming out. So take it how it resonates. Holy Spirit gave me the root cards. They didn't want you to be free because they didn't want to make the change. And then as we started to stack the cards, it kind of got a little fluffier, right? They want to tell you things they're having a hard time saying, putting into words. They want to tell you that you mean everything to them, that you were heaven sent, that you were a miracle dropped into their life, that they love you. That's all surface. That's on top of the surface. But beneath all these cards, there's like, shoot, I don't know, 20 cards under here. It goes deeper. There's layers to this. What is going to be said right now? That's why God said, release old doubts and fears. You are currently undergoing changes that are necessary for your highest good. They are changes that have been long awaited. Leave the past where it belongs, because this fluffy stuff, this message of love, this oh, you inspire me. There's so much I want to tell you. They're not going to really tell you the real, because they don't even know themselves to tell you the real. They haven't done the work to really tell you the real. All right, I'll take a couple more because yeah, they want to tell you things are not right in their world. They love you. They blah 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 blah. That's all surface. They're not getting beneath the surface. They're not digging deep. We'll just say that. One more, please. Thank you. Validation card. This is your validation that things are finally beginning to work out for you. Get ready for unexpected breakthroughs, good news, and plot twists. Blessings are coming your way. I'm going to end it right there. As far as that goes. So this tells me that collective divine femme, this tells me that you're going through a separation right now. And if this hasn't been said to you already, if these things aren't being said, this is knowledge that God is providing you, that everything that is being said right now is surface level. It's not, they haven't done the work. They don't know who they are. So anything that's coming out, it's not that they don't feel that way, but there's more to it. There's more beneath the surface. They haven't done the necessary work to be with you. Surface level. Whatever's being said to you right now is surface level. I love you. Don't leave me. I need you. You inspire me. You do this. You do that. You do this. You do that. But really, all along, they don't want to make any true changes. They're not making the necessary changes to be with who you've become. They're always going to try to keep you in your past, keep you your past stuff. They don't believe that you can really change. They don't believe in the change that you've made. They don't believe in this transformation. No matter how much you show them, they don't believe it. There's something that they don't believe it. But it's like they know, but they want to act like they don't believe it. I don't know if they're acting like they don't believe it. But there's something here to where they're not accepting this transformation. This is a conflict for them. This change is conflicting. This change is a challenge for them. Whereas for you, it's smooth sailing because this is being divinely guided. God has cleared your past and cleared your path to walk into your soul's purpose, to complete your soul's mission. He says, get out of doubt. And there was something I said at the beginning. There was something I said at the beginning of the call. I keep saying call at the beginning of this reading with the skunk situation. Stand your guard, or stand your guard, stand your ground, be self-assured, don't fall into doubt, release old doubts and fears. Fearlessness came out as well. That's the skunk smell, is symbolic for fearlessness and confidence. Be self-assured, don't fall into doubt, release the doubt, release the old fears. Stand your ground. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for what you feel you deserve. Establish boundaries in life, emotionally, physically, personally. Okay. All right. Let's see. Warrior. Y'all, I don't know if you can see that. That says boundaries right there. The skunk. Protection and boundaries. Confirmation. Skunk was all through up and up down in this house. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. We started with the skunk, we ended with the skunk, the warrior, boundaries. This message, thank you, Spirit. Thank you. This message was about boundaries. Confirmation, all through up and through this reading. That's the message, and I provide it with love and peace, and it is directly from my heart. Remain unbreakable. Till next time. Bye.